of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Washington Huskies, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And you dream about the season starting and what might happen, and you kick the ball out of bounds right off the bat. Everybody just settle down. We got a long season to go.
On the double.
Looking for room. It's Sprinkle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's talk about Alabama. They're coming off a national championship win last year. You got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership in his coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Russell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle, it's Edwards. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He might want another play. The toss to the right. Plows through the defense. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Williams will pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lyons. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lawson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The kick is on its way. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. This should be the last play of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number one.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Huskies headed quickly to the line. They'll try the right side. Gets it past the marker. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Williams looking for a man. That's caught. It's Lawson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He's looking to throw. Trying to bowl his way in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.